Hi guys, this is Zubin Veera and welcome to another car review. Today I'm showing you the Audi A8L. So let's get started. At first, we see the chrome grille on the car with the nice big Audi logo. There are no fog lights on the car. There are just projector headlamps. There are also headlamp washers on either side of the car, which is pretty cool. Let's move to the back. At the back, we see a very nice Audi A8L logo, which is the long wheelbase version. There are double bore exhausts at the back. Let me open the tailgate for you. So it is a very big boot for a lot of bags can fit in. Let me show you the spare wheel of the car, which is right under there. Yeah, that's it. So the tailgate is not automated, so which is pretty sad. So let me show you the rear seats of the Audi A8. Okay, so all these doors are soft touch doors. All four doors are soft closed doors. There are four AC vents in the rear. So these are two, one, and one. So that makes it four. There are ashtrays over here which also pop out, so in case you need to clean them. So now all the four, so there are curtains on the in the rear. So these are the controls for the curtains and the windows. So you can press one button and the side curtains come up. You can also do the same for the curtain on the left side. Yeah, and you can do it from either sides. There is a very there's a very massive center console over here with extra storage space over here. So there's a medical sign over here in case you keep your first aid kit or you can keep any other stuff. There's a very big space over here. Also there's a center nice big arm console and storage space over here. Now there are two cuppy holders over here which you can always use. So now there are two different temperature zones for the passenger for the rear seats too, and also they come with ventilated seats. So all four seats, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, all four seats are ventilated, but there's only heating function. There's no cooling function in it, which is a bit disappointing, but doesn't matter. So now both the heated seats are on. You can also adjust the temperature of the heat according to your preference. There are three temperature controls, fan speed controls, 1, 2 and 3. There are also different fan speeds for the rear passengers and also different air vents. So there are 4 vents over here and there are vents down there. The leg space over here is massive. I was actually driving this car. The seat is according to my driving position, but other than also I still have a lot of leg space over here, so a person can nicely sit also with the suitcase over here in front. There are also vanity mirrors at the back with nice lighting, so you can always use them. There are lights over here which can be controlled from the front. There are also lights over here, and the seats are very nice touch, very nice leather, black interior. The car is entire black interior with a very wood like finish, which also looks pretty good. There are also two 12-volt charging options and one cigarette lighter option. Let's move to the front seat now. Let me turn on the ignition of the car. There the start stop button is here, and there it rose to life. So the steering is automatically adjusted once the driver sits in. It automatically comes down, and once the car is turned off, it automatically goes up. Okay, so let's start with the AC controls. So there are a lot of options. The cockpit is very good. It is very easily accessible and there are a lot of options which also look very good. Okay, so let me turn on the AC first. There are two temperature zones for both the passengers also over here. There are also heated seats over here, just like the ones in the back. For both sides, there is audio multimedia CD changing options, and you can also insert two SD card options. Very nice speed dials. The top speed goes up to 300 and the maximum rev goes to up to 6000. So the car is powered by a 3-liter V6 diesel engine, which produces around 247 horsepower and around 550 Newton meters of peak torque, which come in very early at around 1500 RPMs. So first let me open the multimedia system for you. That is how it opens. so it's very easily accessible. So there are 6 options over here: car, telephone, info, media, radio, tone. There is a parking sensors over here which you can turn on. So there are no reverse cameras in the car, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. So there are rear curtains in the car too, which can also be operated by ear and also by the back seats. Let me turn it on for you. Okay, that's how it goes. Right. So I'm going to keep it closed for now. So there is auto dimming in the car, obviously. There is traction control off button. There is a very nice analog clock over here which looks very rich. There are a few headlight options. And there is also a cruise control button over here, so you can set the cruise control, you can turn it on, off, and you can set the speed from here. There are also paddle shifters in the car, and I personally love the gearbox of the car. The gearbox is very nice. So there are 4 options: P, R, N, D, and then comes the S. There is also automated parking brake with auto hold in the car. So if you are on a slope or if you are anywhere and you don't want to turn on the parking brake, you can just keep the auto hold on, so it remains on. And then whenever so now the parking brake is also engaged, you can also keep it on, so whenever the car comes to a still, it automatically engages the parking brake without you having to engage it. I love the gear knob because it reminds me of a airplane. So you hold it like this and then you turn it down, so now we are on neutral. Now we can shift to D, and then there's also S mode. So once I shift down again, the car goes on S mode. So here I'm on N, I'm on D, and shift again and it goes on S mode. So that's the sports mode of the car. Okay, now I'm on P. So I'll show you the storage of the car. There's a nice storage compartment over here which you can keep your small stuff. You can also, there's also a glove box over here. It is not very deep, but it does the work. There are 6 CD changer DVD and DVD options over here, so you can actually play it, and you can connect to the TV back there, which is not connected right now. So here's the sunroof controls. There are lights over here, and you can also control the rear lights from here. So let me open the sunroof. There it opens. It's a pretty big sunroof which opens all the way to the back. It's a pretty good sunroof for around 2 people. And the very nice quality on the car. There's all genuine leather. There's no hard plastics at all genuine leather over here. There's also the wood-like finish. So I'm going to move the car to D and we're going to start driving the car. So at first, again, because this is a diesel car, so there is a turbo lag again. So the real power of the car comes in after about 1000 to 1500 RPMs. That is when the torque kicks in. The car is very smooth to drive. The steering wheel is also very smooth, which I pretty much like. So the gearbox is pretty slick shifting, and the steering wheel is also very nice. It's very smooth, and the car does not take breakers and potholes very nicely. So it has a soft suspension, but although the car is a 4-wheel drive, it's an all-wheel drive. So the engine channels power to all 4 wheels at all the time. It's also a quattro engine, so which is pretty good. It's a V6 diesel, so the power delivery is insane. It is very good, but because of the long wheelbase, it is very tough driving the car in the city because of the traffic, and because it's a very wide and a very long car. So the car picks up very nicely after a second or 2 second lag. Just smooth cruises. You can cruise with this car at least around 180 and not have any trouble driving the car at any road. But other than that, I love the car. I mean, I've driven it for a bit. I've driven it for a few months, and it is pretty amazing. I always love driving this car. So you can also play with the digital cluster over here. There are 3 options: speed, multimedia system, and the Bluetooth phone connectivity. So the car's power delivery is insane. I have used paddle shifters also in the car, but I'm not really a fan of the paddle shifters of diesel cars because you can't rev it a lot and they sound very bad after a point. So the car also offers a 4.2 liter engine and a 3.0 liter, which is the one I'm sitting right now, with the long wheelbase. The car has a lot of features to use when you're sitting inside, so which is a lot of fun. I'm going to turn on the ventilated seats right now. I'm going to use it for a while. So the car is like all other German vehicles. The indicators are on the left and the wiper is on the right. The car also has headlamp washers, which I'll be using and showing it to you in a while. So overtaking in this car is pretty easy. I'm going to put the car on sport for a bit and I'm going to rev the car. The car touches 80 easily on a road. It is tough to take it on the breakers because I have to cut it or it touches the bottom, but other than that I love the car. The car has 19-inch wheels, so they maintain grip on road the entire time. The car actually sounds also pretty good for a diesel car. It sounds like a sporty diesel. It sounds like the V6 engine comes in.
Yeah.